And I am coming to you live from an undisclosed location deep in the heart of American flyover country, chilly flyover country today, ladies and gentlemen, freezing rain, snow. But hey, it's always nice to have some variety. It's always nice to be able to feel some different feelings and know some different knowings. And today we're going to talk about this. I want to talk about the subject today of is waking up, is your ascension actually a DNA activation? Is it in our heads or is it in our genes? And maybe introduce you to the idea, my friends, of positive transhumanism. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of angst, there's a lot of actually fear stoking, I believe, being thrown around on the YouTube and on other mediums about the fear of transhumanism. Now, in many ways in which transhumanism is presented, it is scary. It is something that we don't want to really have a part in. However, I think one of the reasons why there's so much angst and fear and dread being spread concerning the idea of transhumanism is because they're trying to keep us from having a positive transhuman experience. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a positive transhuman experience that we are meant to have here in this lifetime. And you will continue to come back until you do have a transhuman experience. A transhuman experience means to become something new. It means to move from what you are into what you will be. It means to leave what we are and to become something new, something different, something else. And that's what, at the end of the day, we're here to do. We're here to have a transhuman experience. We're here to become more than who we are, more than what we are. And you don't have to just take my word for it, because the great apostle John also said in his last will and testament of the apostolic era, he wrote 40 years after the other, or 40 years after Paul, 60 years after the other apostles. And he sat down and he wrote these words. And he said, "Beloved, we are now children of God." And I want you to know that that word now means, ladies and gentlemen, as I wait for it to come up here on my computer, a little bit of a slow internet connection here for some reason, it looks like. But now, let's stop this and get it to come back again. Isn't it fun when you have scintillating live YouTube and things don't want to work? Now, at this present time, even now, ladies and gentlemen, we are sons and daughters of the divine. Right here, right now, we are sons and daughters of the divine. You don't have to get saved, quote unquote, to become a child of God. You don't have to get saved, quote unquote, to become a son of God. You don't have to get saved, quote unquote, to become a daughter of God. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, and this is important, and I don't know why things are moving so slowly. Is there anything else that we can X out here? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are the descendants. We are the children. We are the child of either sex, which is very interesting because back in Genesis 1, 26, 27, 28, it says, the Elohim created us male and female. So we are literally the male and female children right now of the gods, of the gods, a god, of the gods generally, of the Elohim. We are children right now of the Elohim. We're children right now. Maybe it's not the Elohim, but of the gods that made us, the true gods, the righteous gods, the holy gods. We're children of them right now. And as great and as awesome and as powerful and as fantastic and as glorious as that is, we make our mistake if we stop there and rest in it. Oh, I'm a child of God. I'm a daughter of the Elohim. I'm a son of the Elohim. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, you're selling yourself short because you're not meant to just be a puppy or a kitten. You're meant to grow up into a big dog. You're meant to grow up into a ferocious cat. You're meant to come into your fullness of your divine nature, ladies and gentlemen. And you don't have to believe just me, because John says, right now we're children of God. But what we will be has not yet been revealed. We are children of God, but we're meant to be more than children of God. We are sons and daughters, but we're meant to be more than sons of daughters. And Christianity wants to tell you that the very best you can do is to be a son or a daughter, because they don't want the competition, ladies and gentlemen. Their little g God and their little g minds don't want the competition. It does not yet appear what we're going to be. For when the Christ appears, and remember, where he said the Christ appears, the kingdom of God, the kingdom of Christ is in you. When the Christ really appears in you, you're like him. You see him as he is. Do you remember what he was like? Raising the dead, healing the sick, walking on water, down by the creek, walking on water. That's what he was like. And he said that not only will you do the things that I've done, but you'll do greater things. You will do greater things. But Jeff, how can we do greater things in this body? Well, that's just it. I don't think we can do them as a regular, normal human. We have to move into a transhuman experience, ladies and gentlemen. We have to become more than who we are. We have to become more than what we are. And when we awake, we've allowed Christianity to get us into this mindset that it's just in our mind. It's just something within our heads. It's something in the sweet by and by up in the sky after we die. No, cousins. True ascension, true development, true becoming like Christ, as we just saw, happens while we're still around, down here on the ground. It's not just sweet pie in the sky, and the great by and by after we die. It's not. It's for us now while we're still around down here on the ground. I have come to believe through experience, now nearly 40 years of it, 37 years of experience, that when we awake, we're actually awakening dormant sections of our DNA. When we ascend, we're actually activating dormant sections of our DNA. It's not just in our mind. It's in our mitochondria. And as we change, we literally do change. We become like the Christ, able to translocate, able to appear, disappear, able to walk on water, able to set aside the laws of nature because you're not bound by this nature anymore, because you're not bound by this dimension. Our activation, our ascension, our awakening, it's a DNA, mitochondrial, who we are, change and transformation. It's transhumanism, positive transhumanism, moving from what we've been to what we're going to be. If you think that I'm dangerous, you better subscribe to this channel so you can keep your eye on me. If you think that I'm helping you, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss anything. On your way out, give me a thumbs up. If you liked it, give me a thumbs down. If you hated it, make sure your voice is known. Don't walk away. Let your voice be known. And if you want to be aided in your ascension, look at my website, jeffreydarty.com. Look at the Mystech section. Look at the FLFE, or Focused Life Force Energy section. Am I telling you these things are going to make you more spiritual? No. But I'm telling you these things might make the difference in your spirituality. Jeff, what do you mean? Well, back when I was a Pentecostal preacher, people used to ask me, do I have to speak in tongues to get to heaven? And I would tell them very honestly, no, you don't have to speak in tongues to get to heaven. You can go here to Mystech, there to Fluffy. You can go down here to Mystech, down here to Fluffy. I would tell them, no, you don't have to speak in tongues to get to heaven, but it might be the difference on whether you make the trip. And that's what I talk about with all of the spiritual technologies that we endorse. Do you have to use Mystech to ascend? No. Do you have to use Fluffy to ascend? No. Can it help you do it more efficiently? Absolutely. That's what it's all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, and I've received many, many emails over the past couple of days about how the Mystech and the Fluffy have been changing people's lives. There was a big order that just went out. People are receiving them. And that's what this is all about. I don't offer those things just because they're cool. I don't offer those things just because they look awesome. I don't offer those things just because they make you feel better. I offer them because they do help you guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be your own guru. I do offer them because they do help you become a better son and daughter of God right now. But more importantly, they help you get to what has not yet been revealed. They help you get to what has not yet been revealed. And cousins, as good as it is, as powerful as it is, as great as it is, what we really are and will be, it has not yet been revealed. The Christ is appearing in us. We're becoming like him. We're seeing him as he is. And as we do, more and more is revealed and more is activated within our very structure. Magenta Pixie has it right. We are building a new crystalline structure within this structure. And I know that you don't want to hear it, but if you can find a way to get yourself into a cold plunge, it will also help you on your spiritual ascension. Focused, life force energy, Fluffy. That's the way it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm convinced that this waking up, I'm convinced this ascending, it's not just in our mind, it's in our mitochondria, our mitochondrial DNA. It's actually a transformation, a physical transformation from one place to another, from one state to another, from one dimension to another. Cousins, we need to get busy. Ask questions, question answers, guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru, and be here later today. Keep your eye open. We're going to come back with the kiss. Who kissed whom, where that night in Gethsemane, and what was it all about? A big one tonight. The Apostle Paul died that day on the road from Damascus to Antioch, and what really happened. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. Keep asking questions, keep questioning answers, and above all, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for each and every one of us to step up and unindoctrinate yourself.